Hi guys. This week for my video review I read Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, Part 4. About an English sailor who travels around the world on a boat, and he gets into all sorts of misadventures in which he encounters various different types of cultures and creatures. And I find that Gulliver's character gets very annoying in this part. Throughout most of the book I really like him, but here he sort of takes a turn for the worse. So part 4 starts with Gulliver just sort of abandoning his wife, who's pregnant, and his family to go and be the captain of a ship called the Adventure. And he basically does a terrible job as being captain, and his crew mutinies against him and they leave him on an island. And so when he's on the island, he first encounters these creatures who he describes as very ugly. They have claws and strange hair, and they climb around in trees. And when he tries to interact with them, they just start defecating at him and throwing stuff at him. So he runs away from these guys really fast and quickly encounters these horse people who he finds out have their own language, and he begins to talk to them. And this is where things get very strange. So Gulliver, over the course of talking with these horse people, comes to realize that their culture is extremely rational and that they do everything in their lives in order to benefit the whole of society. And so he realizes that the strange monkey creatures that he encountered upon arriving on the island are actually more closely resembling the humans back in England, because these people are very selfish and self-centered and mean and cowardly. And the horse people are, on the island, who are called the Houyhnhnms, I believe. Gulliver finds out that he really likes these people because they're very friendly and they're very intelligent, and they teach him a lot of things about, the problems with the English Constitution and the way things work in England. And he comes to realize that, wow, these guys have a lot of really compelling points. I want to live with them. So by the time Gulliver finally goes back to England, he finds humans so repulsive that he can't even live amongst them. He can't sit at the dinner table with his wife and his children, and he is unable to interact with anyone. In some ways, I think he's suggesting that we can't be purely rational creatures. We have to take into consideration that we have these emotions and feelings and ideas and beliefs that you have to take in consideration. They don't always make rational sense. In fact, rationality may just be an idea that we, people in the Enlightenment era, the Enlightenment was all about reason and science and the idea that there was this order to things. And I think satirists like Swift had a lot of wisdom to point out through literature like this that there's never only one way to look at things. There's always multiple perspectives across culture. And when you try to move these customs across cultures, they can seem very crazy at first. But I think even the horse people that Gulliver liked so much had some good ideas. Anyway, overall, definitely would recommend this book to anyone who likes something kind of witty, something with a political point to it, and someone who enjoys the idea of a travel narrative about a guy going off to distant lands and encountering strange people. And Gulliver himself is a very amusing character. Perspective, I think, is something we can all sort of recognize as the sort of outsider looking in on a culture and trying to understand it. Alright, that's it.